Boys, welcome back. Can't be having trademarked shirts online. But as I was saying, welcome back. I have been out of commission for a couple of days. Well, mostly because God damn it, I hate the new. Okay. So I have been out of commission mostly because there was this chocolate festival in my city. Beautiful. But actually, it was fine. Uh, but there are lots of artisanal pieces and a little bit of presentation, so that was nice. Yesterday I should have fixed my delay, so should feel better at this moment. And last time we were working on the layout. Of my stuff. Problem is I still haven't quite got my what should I say? I still haven't gotten the pictures out from Windows because I did most of my developing, most of my workings on Windows. So I'm gonna try today to make most of the layout, and perhaps tonight I will load every picture so we can get this over with. As I say, it was nice for a while, but now I'm really not. I'm over making some HTML. About page. Context discography. Disco. And context. Very well, so this gets me home. It's about disco and context. Very well. So let's keep it working over here. So as for this picture, well, first off, I definitely have to make them quite bigger. And I'm gonna use a placeholder for the picture as of now. And later I'm gonna download this one from my... Actually, now that I think about it, I have most of my stuff on Gmail. Hell, perhaps I already downloaded it. Do you know? So Francesca. Alright, so that was a temporary path. Downloaded. please. There you go. So unzip my, okay, let's remove anything that's about this cord. Remove anything that's a PNG. Would like, remove the pancake. This. Okay, this feels better. I want my Telegram to not save stuff over here, but not the time. So good. Now I don't quite know how it is now. It's easier to go from Nautilus. Of course, Nautilus dot, and I want the 26 picture. I'm gonna move the 26 picture to my workspace. Touched. Could have copied probably. By the way, I'm gonna keep that third on download. Good, and by the way, let's also move my fonts. Not quite sure how the fonts thing work. Let's take a look at the starter kit. As I said, the guy is a wizard when it has to do about these are WOFs files. So you preload as font and you give it this name. Good. But how do I should take a look at how do I add fonts to Tailwind? By default, Tailwind provides three families: a browser sans serif. You can change, add, or remove by editing theme font family. The font face and import runs in your custom fonts you're using, so those fonts are loaded in the browser for this. Okay, so this font face, font family, robot, font style, normal, font weight, font display, and everything else. Yeah, sounds about right. Let's try this. Yeah. Not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to be, so I'm gonna just try to add it and use it by instinct. My current fonts are Lycanthrope and Mironta. So Lycanthrope normal, I'm guessing 400. Swap and so let's make the font folder. Make dir fonts. Download YOLO. Into my fonts folder and then I have to extend it, right? And there's this part. It's going to be themes extend font family. Display. Then display is going to be Lycan. We probably don't need this, perhaps, perchance. By the way, did not run my Tailwind. Good, so take a look at the style. Should have some fonts like and drop. Okay, so let's say all of this stuff is a font Lycan. So it definitely registered, but it however did not do what I wanted to. Add custom font in Tailwind. Well, well, well. Now I'm gonna say this is quite small. But make it huge. Yeah, it's better. By the way, this is a flex with a 5 gap, as per usual. Can I make it even bigger? Yeah, 5 sounds kinda gross. And make it a little bit from the top. Very well. Now, as for the background picture, rather, I'm gonna get a black color over here because I don't want to get flashbanged every time. So background black, and text is going to be a default white. Good. So that's a neat start. Now we can add the picture. Which is not going to be a background, but I have to choose if the picture is in absolute. No, the picture is not in absolute, of course. Which means the picture tag. Last time I was reading that basically I can set the breakpoints inside the tag itself, and it will always choose. Essentially, this tag will always choose what's the most correct format to display, which is neat. Now, there are lots of tags that I don't know what quite do, so I'm using this occasion at least to learn something about HTML. Might be helpful next time I work. So ideally you should be presenting the source. By the way, let's take a look at source and put my interesting. Well, what the hell? Peculiar. Did not think that VS Code won't have this. So source set. Oh, but the source set is here. What the shit? Alright, so my pen is here. Maybe make a dear. So make dear images. Make a deer and learn how to spell it out. And move this. I'm gonna say band to images and call it band.png. Good fella. Images band.png. The media. Let's try with orientation. Portrait. Question is my picture even on the server? Sources. No, it is not. Maybe stop my preview and load again. Perhaps it won't load my tactic types. Son of a bitch. Yeah, about this. So I would probably want, rather than sending it around that incomplete and neuter chaos, I would probably want to make it a 10, 12s. Quite big. And justify between. Oh, of course, there's the centering it problem. Well, then I can just div it. I wonder if I go like a 10, 12s here. Yeah, would work. Right. Yeah, this stuff about Tailwind drives me nuts. How do I just simply I can just flex and like justify center. Delete it drives me a little bit nuts. I would want to use the bootstrap stuff, which basically says, hey, make 4 empty columns before. But this is not basically how, doesn't feel like this is how Tailwind works. So we were saying, I don't quite understand this. So yeah, as for now, can say that this is good. Probably should be wider. Probably should be aligned, also different. Sort of space over here. Yeah, boy, shit should be quite bigger. Ciao, ma. Alright, so it has to do something with the column, making it quite small, right? Okay, good. Feels fair. Meaning I can get rid of the extra class. Just make this 8/12. So it feels like my picture is not that much centered. There's a lot of bullshit white space in around, right? Which means is there some way to remove the stuff, the fluff? I used back in the time some tool that basically removes your fixes images from the keyboard. So let's give it a try. Remove extra space from image to Linux screen. Yeah, this one. This is golden as a tool. So let's make a backup of this to rather than move. Let's make a backup of my PNG and so convert not found. I don't have proper development. You actually started down run Linux or well. Just download it. The page security policy image it strongly includes your security. So if this is an executable, I should be able to just cut it in my etc shared, I guess, where I put my Golang. Yeah, user local go bin. Uh, oh, I'm loving it. I'm fucking loving it. Can I just git clone? So def one and just do that. You know what this will do. So run config, run configure. No, I love the fact that that Linux basically demands me to work with a little bit of C. This year I'm gonna do Rust at the advent of code, but maybe 1 year we'll get some C. I just want to find the project that I think that works nicely, that I'll say, hey, I would like to make this in C. There's nothing else that would be better than going with that. Because I saw that the XCB library to draw an X11, there's a port in Golang with its XGB, which means I can use that and not care about having to write some parts in C. But it sounded fun. I like to use them together because most of the time I want to learn Go and go very deep in that language because it's more used outside of Italy. So as a general, just wanted to bring in some companies here and there some Golang. Just because basically most of older companies, well, in Italy there's not so much digital there's not a lot of digital innovation, and as in most companies, but even more so here, everything is Java, uh, .NET, neither core, just the old .NET, and even some Ruby, Python. All that's fine stuff, you know. Every language can be used, but I believe that as a backend, I would rather work in Golang, and trying to learn it at home, so that I can get I can get it to work. I can get to be able to work competently with it. Hey, maybe I could propose tomorrow in my company. Hey, we have this weird performance bug. Let's try with Go. Just let's give it a try. We already live in a world with microservices. Slap a microservice. Make a small rewrite of performance dependent code and just slap it on Golang. Because yeah, you could go in C or I don't know Rust, but all C is way too simple, so you get to do way too much job. Rust is way too complicated, and again, too much job. And I believe that's quite performant. I believe that even Elixir is quite performant, but again, too too complicated. Well, anything that's way lower than Go, it's too complicated, and most of the, or at least way too long to work with. In general, I'm enjoying the simplicity of Go to do every task that is not even for learning, but it helps me go down task fast and get some shit done. And it's a language that I want to work with. So there's nothing. There's, let's say there's a win in every situation. Now, I haven't took a look at my Trello in a while because my projects used to be. Brother, how do I log in? Yeah, so I had quite a few of ideas. I generally do a lot of ideas. So in this corner is everything that I forfeited because, well, generally, Tmux port on Windows, there are some ports that work kind of fine. Problem is that Windows don't let you lock in and not make something minimal to be able to minimize. I don't know if, well, I didn't go way too deep to see if that's possible, but there's a glaze, I believe it's called, which is close enough, and I'm moving away from Windows even for work, so that's fine. Gaming Golang could still be a thing. I'm gonna try again in some time, maybe when I work on this. By the way, this is another aborted. i3 port to Windows. Alright, so i3 port, I meant i3 port, there is something. Tmux, there's Western, which is fine enough. Restaurant ordering up now that I know how much it takes you for make it up. No thanks. Splitwise better than free, there's split. So this project is again gone. And the travel up, it got fucked up. So meanwhile, there's some wins. I wrote a small LSP, which was fun project. A lot of string work. As in general, pretty nice. Enter for scratch. Let's say, why do we wait for this? Yeah, let's finish the rundown of the projects and maybe try to do it online meanwhile that this push it works. Or with Python, I don't know. So, right now, I'm working on the Google app. From time to time, I've started the text editor journey. And I would say also Advent of Code 2024. So as for now, the game will be shoved in the back because this project will be also driven by the person who started it, because it's in Java. I don't want to work too much in Java, even though Java 22 is nice, but still I don't want to work in Java. So Advent of Code is the first thing that's happening. Kukul is the thing that we're gonna end afterwards. Text editor from scratch is the next project. The launcher is going to be aborted just because I have one that works fair enough. I removed the icons from it's called my Ola launcher. O launcher, yeah. This is great because there's basically no icons and you will have you have every app that you need as a text. And you search, you fuzzy find every app that you need. And this is about it. So it's open source. It wasn't going to be a big project, but if it works fine, it works fine. Sometimes it will back the search bar, but as I understand, it's not about the so user metric up. A friend of mine told me that you basically can get the user metrics by using cookies, which is an option, definitely. I mean, I don't know anything about user metrics up, so I like in Cockle to use something to metric it. Now this is process monitoring app. Monitoring. Same thing for Google or anything that I will do in production. I'd like something that tells me that maybe I thought about going for yeah, let's finish. So I was thinking that you can take a look at specific port and listen that everything's fine. If you don't see any process on that port, try to ping my server. If my server doesn't respond with a pong, means shit's down. So we can try to start it up a couple of times. If it won't start up, send the stack trace. Start a couple of times, and if shit doesn't work, it doomed. So this should be installed, but make magic convert. Is there like a bean I need to source? Magic SH libtool configure coders. Did it fail? Oh, should I make install? Hey, wait, well, usual waste of time. I can't help myself. When I want to do something, I just want to do it, and that's such a bad idea. So now after this big ass run, convert input output. Okay, so convert band minus stream and back to band. Fuck your warning. There we go. That's my boy. Way fucking better. So flex, justify center. Also take some margin from top, like 24, I guess. Too much. 16. Son of a bitch. Okay, so we're very back. Now about this picture. Sounds about right of the effect that I should have been given. The problem is that it's just way too big. Generally speaking, the idea was that this bad boy should... Yeah, generally speaking, I probably should want to make it smaller. Like let's try the 812 stuff. Yeah, it already feels better. Yeah, I'm guessing I could also trim it a little. Maybe it was trimmed here a bit. Just in general would be to remove height from the bottom. So it should work like a little bit better. Because I like the space of it that way, you know. The space is feeling nice. By the way, the background picture should be able to. Read this one. Looks like I can't just download it. Well, too bad. Anyway, we were saying, so little crop of the bottom. Flashbang. Yeah, so we have 1,000 height, about 1,000 height. Wait, I don't know how much I can just crop about this image. Like about the thigh, you know? I don't know if I can check how the image works when we scale it down. Because like over here it's fine. As in general looks up until some point with the tablet stuff. Looks nice, you know? So I already know this is going to be the bane of my existence. So let's try to cut something up, a little bit of the stuff. Magic cut 1,000 pixels from below image. Crop, yeah. Magic crop image. So this is my ROS GIF. Or dare I say GIF? This is my ROS GIF, and I crop 40, 30 plus 10 plus 10. Which I add space. plus 40 plus 40. So minus crop. Let's GPT this stuff. This is, personally, I believe this is where GPT is the most useful one. Because I don't want to learn magic that well. I just want to have that one small command every once in a while that I can slap in and make it good. Using magic, crop 1,000 pixels under my image. So magic input, gravity north, crop 100%. Like, see, you're not getting this shit. Like, you know how many hours of bullshit you have to learn before you get to that point. And crop.png. Well, it didn't work. God damn it! Why you do me like this? Same shit. Did not crop. Fuck you, GPT. So I'm guessing that I'm saying how much to crop and from where point, right? From what point? Meaning that if I say that this is 100, 100, now when I open my output, yeah, so safe to say I get it. Now, how can I know? Now, actually, I'm gonna go take a swing to the bathroom and be right back. Okay, so we were saying the crop stuff is quite understandable now. So I can open my image, take a look at how big it is. So we're saying 2000 times 2070 means that the height is the second part. So we take this image, put it like this to make it a separate process. Yeah, so now rather than make it, so remove the output, remove the band crop. And let's copy the band PNG with output PNG. Good. Inning. Now I open the output. As a process. And let's crop it over here. So magic output. Meno crop minus crop. The Mamma Mia is out. And we were cropping 1000. So 1193. Starting from actually from the top. 0 0 input into output again. Oh, it's that's a plus. So magic dash crop out. Is it because it's open? Bad argument for option minus crop. Alright then. Maybe it was because the picture was too small. So 11193. I suppose plus 0 means just start from origin. Yep. XDG open. Yeah, 1000 is way too much. Or perhaps I misunderstood. Now I wonder if I do this. Oh yeah, it reloads. Good. Sounds about right. Feels good enough to me. Then we can move this to, let's say, band crop PNG. Shit, all it even keeps it. And let's transform into band crop PNG. Is it even because of the... Hey, that's good. That's very good. Like if I remove a little bit of the stuff. Setting. There we go. That's the shit. And let's add some stuff. Now, unfortunately, these buttons basically have to be made by me again. I mean, I can export them as XML and use them straight away, which is probably what I will do. Fuck that shit. Not doing that. Just because I believe that XML is not that heavy of a format in general. Or if I can do that. Yeah, I said XML, I meant SVG. So let's move to make a new folder. Make their SVGs. Good. And move stuff from downloads. Git to SVGs. Meaning, and can now get my call to action section. And the first image, which is it started from YouTube, so let's go to be YouTube. Source code is SVG's YouTube. YouTube redirect button, which is, by the way, a link with the YouTube channel. Detached band. Looking good. Obviously, it's going to be like quite smaller. And also, we have to do a little bit of shall we say, absolute position. So class absolute. Yep. And let's take a look at how that stuff, by the way, if anyone is here, I'm gonna post it every single time. Power metal band. Here you go. And let's take a look at how the position absolute stuff works over here. Use absolute to tell outside of the normal flow of the document, cutting neighbor to act as if it doesn't exist. Any offset are calculated to the nearest parent has a position other than static. So it's top, let's say top 100, left, right 100. It should move it a little bit to the right. Maybe not. Okay, good. What did I do? 100 pixel. Yeah. Well, going with pixel is then how do I scale this stupid shit? Like when this stuff like when this stuff gets smaller. See? There's this small problem. Which mean I should use like the M stuff, or what's called, not the M stuff, the RAM. Like if it's 20 RAM. Yes, it's 1.5 RAM. And RAM should mean that it gets... No, it means dicks. What's so special about RAM? GSS RAM. Here, RAM. RAM returns the remaining left of the first parameter is divided by the second parameter. So not a function actually, but well, yeah, so we have to just simply put everything based on your device, right? This is the LD position, which is a fine position. Then let's work on the phone position. The iPhone 14. Actually, before that, let's take a look at the iPad Pro. So the iPad Pro Pros can still be somewhat... I'm guessing top is not going to be that different. MT some D top, let's say, I don't know, 80 pixel. Probably even better. 120. Yep. And my right side would be okay. Feels fair. Not amazing. What would those position be? Like breakpoints? Mm, Alright, so the LG XL. Okay, so probably my LG should be an XL, and my AMD should be an LG. Which would mean what I meant was this should be a 2XL, and my LG should be an XL. That's what I meant. Seven 400, I'm gonna say 380 should solve most of my problems. Basically this way. I'm gonna say even less than that, like up until SM, or MD actually. The fuck is this? That's from my desktop. Yeah, this is way too big of a jump. So rather than 250 should be like 280. Feel a little bit better. Yeah, feels about right. I mean, it's about how we want it to go. Now this shit should probably do the same idea for all three as an absolute over the class, which I am actually. Good for me. Good for me. Let's quickly export everything else. I would love to export my Spotify. Let's, by the way, make sure that it gets me where it's supposed to get me. Good. Yeah, sure. Good. And actually, I'm gonna chat afterwards my friend, so ask him to fix his homepage. Like, I don't know if that's how my homepage looks like because I have more videos. YouTube Studio. Of course, is that so? Yeah, see, this is a little bit more a fuller style, but perhaps it's just because I have more content. Maybe. Anyway, we were saying. So this is the bullshit. Which export as PNG. Bad shit. And then SVG. Into Spotify. Into SVGs. Spotify. SVG. Spotify. Detached band. Not them. Not them. Wait, perhaps they have stuff on YouTube that I can use. Um. Could have sworn I subscribed. Bruh. Well, whatever. Gets to YouTube. Fine by me. Son of a bitch. SVG. Good shit. It's supposed to be a little smaller though. Because it looks jarring. 22 60. Flex. Call. Item center. Gap 1. Gap 3. Very well. Looking better. Let's get my last group, which is basically... I don't want to export... I don't want to export everything, but if I don't export this, can I still write in the center? Because this ain't a style anymore. Well, let's export first and think second. Okay, that's why I didn't bother ever to use it. So to use Vim as a terminal. Into SVG. '86. Yeah, so this is about right. Tomorrow we have to fix couple of the ideas, but in general, starting to take shape. Responsiveness takes some time. Well, it's 8, so it's my cue to fuck off. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. We try to finish this stuff as quick as possible. I already hating it. I don't want to do responsiveness. I'm super tired of this shit. So, see you tomorrow.